Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make Ishikari-nabe or miso-based salmon hotpot. So traditionally this came from Hokkaido, which is the most northern part of Japan, because they can catch a lot of salmon there. But I think nowadays it's just kind of spread out throughout Japan, and a lot of people make this at home in different regions. This is very easy and it's just a perfect dish to make on a cold winter's day. So this is also another great dish to make after you get hold of miso, but you don't know what to make other than miso soup, then you can try this out. Then, let's get started. Here are the ingredients for Ishikari-nabe or miso-based salmon hotpot. We usually make this dish with salmon, but of course you can use other fish if you can't get hold of salmon. And here I have so-called Shirataki. We call it in Japan Shirataki or ito Konnyaku, which means string Konnyaku. So Konnyaku is very difficult to explain. I'll probably make another video on that, but it's a yam-based, jello-y, gelatiny ingredient. And then I have here firm tofu, I have bean sprouts, Nappa cabbage or Chinese cabbage. And then here I also have Enoki mushroom. These are very delicious. Some Asian store have these. If you don't have these, you can use pretty much any mushroom except for those Western mushroom. Shiitake mushroom, oyster mushroom, and whatnot. And then for the broth, we're going to use kombu. If you don't have kombu, then you can go without it. Salmon is going to give some broth, so don't worry too much about that. And then for the seasoning, we're going to use miso, mirin, and sake. If you don't have mirin or sake, mirin can be easily substituted with sugar, and sake, you don't necessarily have to have it. And today we're going to use a pot like this. This is a quite typical Japanese hot pot that we use for nabe. Let's start preparing the ingredients. So we're gonna first make the broth. This kombu is a little bit too big, so I'm gonna cut it in half and then put it in there, and we're gonna use that for the broth. So ideally you wanna soak this in water for about an hour. Today I don't quite have that much time, and this preparation is gonna take much less than an hour. So I'm gonna use the hot water to speed up the process. So this is about 2 cups of water. So with hot water, kombu is going to give the broth much faster. Then we're gonna leave it that. Then let's prepare the salmon. So this salmon has scales. I'm gonna take these scales off. So if you have a tool to take off the scale, then great. If not, then you can just use a regular knife and then run it against the direction of the scales. And what I usually try to do is go not perpendicular to the scale, but rather a little bit diagonal like this. And I think you can take off the scale much faster and efficiently if you're working with a knife. And then we're just gonna cut the salmon in bite-sized pieces. I find it easier to cut the salmon not from the skin side, from the meat, then you can cut the skin much easier, I think. And then just kind of bite-sized pieces. There's no really set rule for this. Just finished preparing the salmon. Then let's prepare the other vegetables. So I'm just gonna take out a couple leaves of the Nappa cabbage. I think that'll be enough. And then I'm just gonna cut these also in bite-sized pieces. And the Enoki mushroom, you want to open from this side. Oh, this is kind of coming apart. So mushrooms, you don't really want to wash them. Just want to take the end off. And then I'd say I'd use half of it for today. Just kind of want to separate them into bite-sized kind of pieces. Then let's prepare the tofu. There's not much to prepare. You just need to cut these into also bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna throw these water away and use a third of this for today. And I cut these also in bite-sized pieces, I'd say, like that. So let's prepare the shirataki or noodle konnyaku. So this is usually floating in water, so I'm gonna have to open this up and drain the water. And then we're gonna lightly boil it. I'm gonna give a little light wash to this. This is much more than I thought, so I'm gonna use just half of it. And then I'm gonna kind of cut it in half because it's gonna be a little bit difficult to eat when it's too long. And then we're gonna lightly boil this in order to get the kind of unwanted odor of the konnyaku. It's also gonna help later that it's gonna soak up the flavor of the soup. I'm gonna put it in here. So once this comes to a boil, then it's finished. Off the heat. And then we're gonna drain the water again. So this is finished. Then we're gonna very lightly wash the bean sprouts. And by doing this, you kind of sometimes find kind of rotten parts or bad parts, and you want to make sure that there's no bad parts. Like where it's kind of darker, then you can kind of throw these away. Make sure they're all good. These go bad pretty fast, so you want to eat this in like the first couple days after purchasing. So all the ingredients are set up and prepared. Let's start cooking. So let's see. See that the kombu has grown, soaked up the water. We're going to turn the heat to high. So right before this has come to boil, I'm going to take away the kombu. And then here we're going to put in some ingredients. I'm going to put in the stem part of the Nappa cabbage and a couple tofu and also some salmon. And then here I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of sake, 1 or 2 tablespoons of mirin. I like it sweeter, so I'm going to put in 2. If you don't like it sweet, then you can just put in 1 tablespoon. And if you don't have mirin, then 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar. 1 and 2. Then here, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of regular miso. So if you're going to make miso soup or anything with miso base, it's easier to use some small strainer like this. Then once this comes to boil again, I'm going to put in some other ingredients. Shirataki and the Enoki mushroom. Then some bean sprouts. Then also the leaf part of the cabbage. Once this has come to a boil, this is finished. Let's eat. Okay, let's eat. Itadakimasu. Oh, this looks so good. So this is a very typical thing that we have in Japan for cooking hot pot. I would assume almost every household would have a table cooker like this. And here this is fueled with, usually with gas, like a butane gas. And then we just kind of put it in here, push it in like this, close, and you see, so we can cook on the table like this. Then let's eat. I'm gonna have the salmon, shirataki. Oh, look the color of the shirataki. So this has soaked up the good juice of the soup. So it's gonna taste delicious. Start with the salmon. Oh, salmon and miso, they go really well together. Oh, it's so delicious. I love this Nappa cabbage. So Nappa cabbage have this really fine sweetness to it when it gets cooked. It's just so delicious. So savory, and this miso flavor is just kind of rounding up everything. Oh, this is so good. And this is the enoki mushroom. I don't know if you can hear. It's got this crunchy chewiness to it. And this is the shirataki noodle or the konnyaku noodle. So if you don't like the sound of slurping, then skip a couple seconds. So this konjac doesn't really have flavor, and therefore it just kind of soaks up all the good flavor of the soup. It's just so delicious. So this is the firm tofu. For nabe, I personally like firm tofu because they don't break that easily. Tofu and miso just goes hand in hand, probably because they're both made from soybeans. This is so good. I'm gonna have some soup, so I apologize beforehand for the slurping. Oh, this is so savory. So once this is empty, I'm gonna put in the second batch to it. More salmon in it. And then we're gonna turn the heat to high. And this is how we usually eat nabe. Usually with more people. It's more delicious to eat with more people. Oh, totally delicious. Oh, this is just a perfect dish for a cold winter's day like today. Turn the heat to medium. So actually in Japan, holding a bowl like this is not polite. You're actually supposed to hold the bowl like this, but unfortunately Western bowls don't have like a leg here. When I hold that like this, my fingers here get too hot, so I have to hold it like this. If you go to Japan, you might notice that it has a little leg, kind of like this, so that even if you hold the bowl like this from the bottom, you won't touch the hot soup directly. So please excuse me for holding a bowl improperly and in this way. But know that in Japan, you're supposed to hold your bowl like this. Oh, this miso and the rice is just also perfect. So I think the second round is ready. I'm gonna turn the heat to low and then get some of the veggies and the salmon. All this looks good. Ooh, this is kind of breaking apart. So the second round, itadakimasu. Hot, hot, hot. So delicious, so savory. Well, salmon and miso, they go just so great. Oh, this is so delicious, so savory. ごちそうさまでした. That was yet another delicious meal. So as you saw, making Ishikari-nabe or miso-based salmon hotpot is really easy. You just need to cut up the ingredients and put it in a pot and cook it in front of you. So I hope this video is informative for you. I hope it gave you some little new idea for what to make with Japanese food, or especially if you got miso. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button and feel free to write anything in the comments below. I'm always happy to hear your feedbacks. Otherwise, I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye!